Dictionary Corner for all of this week is a Scottish songbird who's been hugely successful over the last, dare I say it, I'll whisper it, 40 years, can't believe it, who is a smash hit wherever she goes. So we'll be hitting the high note all of this week. Sitting next to Alison Hurd, who'll be doing backing vocals alongside her. Please welcome the one and only Barbara Dickson.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's lovely to be here.
It's your first time.
Yes, I've had a few near misses, but I've never managed to get here.
Well, welcome to our lovely home.
It's not my first time with you, is it? Oh. We sang a duet. You sang a duet on Desert Corner Tonight in 19...
How could I forget this?
Nice to have you here today, Barbara. We're going to play the game now.
Sleakier.
Okay.
And while we're checking that, we'll check what Pauline has to offer.
I'm afraid. But realised is, of course, that's absolutely fine.
Excellent. Well, that's a very good start for Pauline.
Well, we got realised as well, but there's earlies as well.
Good start for Pauline there. Got the 8 points, and your turn. Fine, so scores there for Carl. Right, what do you got, Barbara?
We had weapons.
Weapons?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't beat that.
No? Okie doke. Well, let's tighten up the game here.
You in the selection there.
Oh,
so
there is a problem with
no
that.
cherubs there, I'm afraid.
We've done rather well, actually. We've got brioches.
Brioches, very nice.
That's an 8.
Heroics.
Heroics.
7.
Yep. And that's about it.
And there's a Scottish word.
Yes?
Corbies.
Corbies.
Which are crows.
Crows, are they? I didn't know
Is that allowed?
Yes, it certainly is. Very good.
Excellent. Right.
Corbies.
Well done. Okie doke.
Yeah, pronate.
Pronate, yep.
How are you spelling it?
P-R-O.
Favourite.
One of those, isn't it?
That's the one.
It's been around a lot of times. Carl?
And portent.
Portent?
No, you might be thinking of portent, but no, portent doesn't exist, I'm afraid. No.
Okie doke. What have you got in the corner? Something good. I can tell with that look in your eyes.
We've got 2 7s.
Well, that's good.
We've got torment and pattern.
Ah, excellent.
Very good.
What are you going to talk to us about?
Well, I've had a very long career, and when I first started singing in folk clubs at the very start, I used to travel all over the country with a guitar and a suitcase. So there was an agent in Lancashire who organised tours for me in that area, and one night I was due to play at Accrington Stanley Sportsmen's Association as part of some dates that I was fulfilling in the Northwest. And the folk club took place at that venue on a Friday night. And I remember that it was a very dark night and there was a kind of Lowry type of atmosphere, you know. And, well, the organiser met me when I arrived at the station and we went along to the folk club. And you always came early so that you could change in the ladies and spruce yourself up before the audience arrived. However, while I was putting on my lippy, it was discovered that none of the other singers who normally started off the evening had turned up. So Dick, the organiser, was very concerned, and after some time he asked me if I would open up the evening as there was no one else there to perform. So I said yes, I would do it. Well, I didn't have much choice, and I wanted to be paid. You don't go that far without getting paid, as you know. So he got up on stage and he said to the audience, and I'll always remember it very seriously, "Ladies and gentlemen, our resident artiste, Mr. Bernard Wrigley, is poorly this evening and won't be able to be with us. So our guest artiste, Miss Barbara Dickson, has kindly agreed to open up the show for us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Barbara Dickson, a lovely person and a good turn."
Is that what you described as a good turn?
A good turn.
They could write a whole book about those working men's clubs, can't they?
Oh, they were fantastic, weren't they? There were hundreds. I remember reading a Les Dawson book, and he said at the time when he was doing his comedy in the clubs in Manchester, there was something like 650 clubs just in Manchester where you could see a live performance.
I bet that was true.
We shall move on to the tea time Tuesday. And Pauline?
Muting.
We're going to check it anyway, just make sure.
Yes, that's absolutely fine.
Muting,
no
right.
problem at all.
Both those, 24 playing 21. Alison, Barbara, what have you got? Anything there?
Timing?
Timing, yep.
And also outing as well. We had
Timing and outing.
Yeah. Couldn't get past 6.
Okie doke, 24 playing the 21. Right, Did you manage to get an 8, Barbara, Alison?
We got deflates.
Got deflates.
Yeah, and we got floated as well.
Floated.
But there is actually one more 8 as well, which is desolate.
Desolate.
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
I had a little twinge from the past there when you said desolate. It reminded me of all the things Eric Morecambe used to call me. Desolate, desecrated, Deaf O'Connor. All the things all came flooding back there for a second. Right, 24 playing 20. There you are. Barb's having a quick check of that.
Perfect. Very, very good indeed.
I bet you two got squatter.
Of course we did.
What else did you get? Anything else?
We got quartets.
Quartets. That's a
an
goodie,
8
isn't it? That's an excellent one. Probably sung with a few of those over the years, have you?
Quartets.
Yeah, maybe string quartet. No? You ever do a wedding?
Yeah, there's a wonderful string quartet I work with occasionally called the Emperor String Quartet. I just love the noise they make.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Sound, not noise.
It's
The sound.
beautiful. Yeah.
Right, 32 played. Scored. There you are. I've no doubt we've got scored over there as well, probably. What have we got?
Now we've got soldier
Soldier.
and recoils.
Recoils. How many recoils?
Sevens, yeah.
Oh, they're excellent, aren't they? Right, there's still just the 5 points in the game, so this game is the same way. You're going to have a check on that.
Pauline's thrilled.
Very good.
She's going, oh, I've got it.
Well, was that not your strength? We know about those, don't we, Barbara? Agents. What have you got in the corner there?
We got tango
Tango.
for 5, and I think there's a 6.
Yeah, we did find a 6, which is agnate. A-G-N-A-T-E.
Meaning?
I'll put it on the pen cam if you like, because it's a little unusual. It is a person descended from the same male ancestor as another specified or implied person, particularly through the male line.
What does that mean? Can you read that again?
No.
Well, you see, they're always in charge, these females. I'm going to check you on that later on to see what it exactly means. It's slightly confusing to me. Anyway, the score is 53-50. Corner there.
We got chirped.
Chirped.
And another 7, parched.
Parched.
Yep, 2 7s.
Excellent, excellent. Right, 53 Carl, 65 Pauline. Hey, she's getting away there. What have we got in the corner, Barbara? Some goodies?
Was another 7, abdomen.
Abdomen.
And
Yeah.
we had marbled as well. Yeah.
Yeah, we got marbled.
Okie doke, this game is still not over. Pauline's got the 72, Carl's got the 60, and we're going to go to the number to have you here because you've got so many careers going almost like in different directions. We know you were a turn in that club. You're a singer, folk singer, concerts, acting. What do you get the most joy out of yourself?
Singing concert work where I have direct sort of artistic control over the material.
If you ever watch a concert with me, the band at the back are going, what's he doing now? Because I can never keep to a strict routine.
Every night, whatever I say to the audience is spontaneous. I always change. I never script links.
I once went to see Barbara Streisand, and before the show started, there was a big prompt up above her head saying, thank you for being such a lovely audience. And she hadn't got on, and there was a prompt up there. Anyway, I'm glad you like it. And Carol, well, you're never stuck for words, are you?
In the 1980s, our guest had a huge #1 hit, singing with Elaine Page in a duet from the musical Chess. Well, thank goodness she's thrown away the massive shoulder pads and the big hair to be with us on Countdown, sitting alongside the lovely Alison Hurd. We can probably say, because she was on yesterday, now we do know her so well. Please welcome back Barbara Dickson.
Very good.
Very tried and true.
Big hair. And how many layers of shoulder pads were you wearing?
I think it was just one in each shoulder, but they were great big things, I remember. But not as big as the we didn't wear the Dynasty shoulder pads.
Oh, I did once, you know. I thought, oh, this...
We did think we looked great, didn't we?
We did look great.
How wrong we were.
Well, we're going to play a game now. Let's see.
Very good.
Why was that little face there, Bob?
We got those as well.
You got both of them? Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Left us with nothing to say.
Anything else?
No, that's what we had to.
No, we had those.
Right, 7 points each for our players. What have we got over there, Barbara, this time?
Well, we got funerals too, so that was 1-8, and we got nuclear, which is a 7.
7, excellent.
And furnaces, which is another 8.
What was that?
Furnaces.
Furnaces. Very good scoring. Let's settle for 2 8s and a 7 every round. That'd be excellent, wouldn't it? Right. 7 for Pauline. Right. Right. And what have you got in the corner?
I know.
We got Poison,
Yeah.
and not so good, but we got Sonic.
Sonic.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okie doke. Right. There's a good lead.
Fine. Yeah.
Excellent. Right. Good scoring. And in the corner?
Alison's got an 8, I think.
Yep, it's a bit of a nerdy one. It's game pads. Is there for
Why
8.
is that nerdy?
Well, it's for computer geeks, isn't it? No offence.
Game pads.
It's a handheld controller for
Yeah.
computer games, yeah.
Yeah. Okie doke. Right. What's happened to the scores? Gary's got. It's time, and you're going to be choosing them, Pauline. Say hello again to Barbara. How nice to have you here, as I said yesterday. What are you going to talk about, Barbara?
Well, Carol was making jokes about my shoulder pads and my hair in 1985. So, indeed, in 1985, Elaine Page and I had a #1 single called I Know Him So Well, or I Know Him So What, as Tim Rice calls it. On the morning it got to #1 at 8 o'clock, it was about then when the chart positions came out, the phone rang. I picked up the phone and there was this long, loud scream at the end of the line. It was Elaine. Yeah. We were both like schoolgirls, as neither of us had ever been at #1 in the charts before. It's an exclusive club, and we were very excited. Well, we spent loads of time subsequently together, and also unusual for solo artists. We travelled all over Europe doing TV shows. Usually when you're a solo artist, you don't meet other artists, so it was great for us. One of our appearances was in Dublin. I Know Him So Well was riding very high in the charts, both here and in Ireland, and we had to fly over to promote the record. Well, Elaine and I, for some reason, and it's not because we weren't talking to each other, we were arriving separately. And the TV company had sent a car to pick me up at the airport. Well, there were some fans waiting for autographs outside the terminal building. So I signed their books and I chatted to them and I got into the car. So we set off to travel to the TV studios for the show. And as we sped off from the airport, I noticed one of the fans, a man, running alongside the car, which was going really quite fast by then. So he looked really agitated and he was mouthing something. So I told the driver to stop the car. And I rolled down the window because I was really quite worried about him. I thought his jacket was caught in the door. And when the car came to a halt, he leaned through the window and he said, very slowly and very earnestly to me, "I'll tell you one thing, Barbara, that's a great record."
Now that's what I call a real fan.
True. I thought he was stuck in the car.
That's a lovely story. Right, we're going to go to... Excellent. Any 8s there, Barbara? Alison, any 8s?
Well, we've got Martians, but it's got a capital M.
So that would have been a very nice 8, but it's capitalised, so we can't have it.
So you can't have that. All right, there. So Gary's top dog there with his 8. Right, 21. What did we get in the corner?
Well, we've got a couple of more 7s, didn't we? We got Trident.
Trident.
And Tainted. Did you get that?
Tainted,
also
yeah,
there.
Tainted?
Yep.
Excellent. 28-43. Gary's jumping away here. Get any better than 5 over there?
We got 6.
Yep.
Mitred.
Mitred.
Yeah. A woodwork term.
Yeah,
Something's
that's right.
something's been
Mitred.
mitered.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, we've got triked as well. To
Triked?
Use, yeah. If you trike somewhere, a toddler might trike somewhere. My little boy might trike somewhere.
Not a word that's used every day, is it? Trike?
No.
No. Okay, no. What have we got? 33 playing.
Fixator. One who fixates.
Fixator. While we're looking for that, let's see what you've got to offer, Gary.
Fatia.
Fatia.
Fatia is absolutely
Fatia's
fine.
all right,
Fixator, I don't think. Agent nouns are dodgy ones, and it has to be in here, and unfortunately, it's not. Bad luck, sorry.
But Fatia is in there and gets the points and makes the score look Fatia for Gary. He's got 55, Pauline's got the 33. What have you got over there in the corner?
We had Fatia.
Yeah.
But that's about all. We didn't do very well either.
Okie doke. Right, well, Gary, do you know something I always wanted to ask you, Barbara? Did anyone ever approach you to play Gracie Fields?
I did a television documentary once years ago.
I just always thought, you know, I remember years ago looking at it and thinking, God, you could really have done that. You know, done
I couldn't sing high like her, though.
Sally!
But she was a fantastic coloratura soprano, naturally. Yeah. I mean, she wasn't trained, was she?
No,
she could
just
sing
natural.
beautifully. But I could never sing up there. I've got a very deep voice.
Very nice voice.
Thank you, Des.
Right, here's the teaser. That's okay.
Yeah, I think that'll be absolutely fine. I'll double check. Yeah, yes, it's there. Yeah.
Excellent.
It's absolutely fine, yeah.
Right, you had to do a bit of catching up and you've done that. That now is the lead down to 14 points, 65 playing 51. Still some work to do. What do we get in the corner?
Debasing.
Debasing.
For 8.
Yep, it's there for 8, yep.
Right, okay, so good scores there. What do we look? Well, as I said, both of those correct. And the corner has what?
We got Groner for 7.
Corner.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep, that was it.
Okay, right, 57 playing 71. What have we got from the corner?
We got a 7 as well. Didn't do very well, but we got 1. Advents.
Advents.
Yeah.
Right, okie doke. Right, we're going to go to the numbers board, right? But how many albums have you done?
I don't know.
You
There's
don't know?
A man who runs my website called Alan who would tell you immediately. He'd say 73. I haven't a clue. There's so many that I can't remember.
You're
I'm not
doing a
being
new
funny.
one. You're doing a new one, aren't you?
Yeah, I've just recorded one, Time and Tide, which is coming out in January.
Oh.
And a DVD. I've never made a DVD of a concert. It's coming out in the new year.
Does this mean you're going to have to go on tour to do some promoting and do the show?
I'm going in February on a national concert tour, yeah.
Do you enjoy it?
Life is sweet, yes, I love it. I love that.
People can't believe that when they say we've got to be in 15 towns in 10 days or something, well, 10 days, 20 days. They can't believe that we actually enjoy it. I mean, the travelling is part of the job. But I'm the same. I like to be a gypsy on the road and do the concerts.
It's the only way that you can really tell what you do is working.
It's the real test of the
It's
performer.
absolutely
Get out
right.
there with a live crowd.
Yeah.
And Carol,
Is a lady of many talents. She's one of our best-loved singers. She's an accomplished stage actress and a television actress. But now, sitting alongside our dictionary flicker, Alison Hurd, to be very careful how I said that. She's looking for 9-letter words, so please welcome back Barbara Dickson. I really liked that whole thing about menacing, and Alison, look, didn't you? Go on, do it for him.
My witherer.
Yeah, go on.
oh, calm down, dear. It's just an email. Both with forage for a starter. What have we got in the corner?
Same for us.
Forage all round.
We're all foraging
We're all going to
together.
be foraging. Okie doke.
Yes.
No, nothing better. Well, that's 6 points each to our team. Natia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
more natty.
Natia
Yeah, very
outfit
good.
and his friend. What over there?
We've got 2 8s.
2 8.
Yeah.
Ah,
We got baritone
We
baritone.
have to get
Good
good
one.
one.
and obtainer.
Very good. Excellent. Right, that's the corner really waving the flag that time. Yeah, we got 8s. You know, 13 to Gary, 7
Yep,
to
both
Demotes. Yeah, both 7s correct there. What about the corner?
Well, we got demotes as well, didn't we? And we've got 2 other 7s. We've got endmost
Yep.
and
also moonset. The
Moonset.
opposite of sunset. I think that was Richard Whiteley's favourite word.
Moonset. It's lovely. The other one, what did you say?
The endmost, as in the
Endmost.
endmost book on the shelf.
Is it the end? That's a strange way to describe something, isn't
Well, I
it?
suppose you'd have foremost, wouldn't
Foremost, endmost.
Foremost. Yeah, okay. If you say so.
Believe me.
Gary.
And panics.
And winces and panics. There you are. That sets a mood. What have you got in the corner?
Yep, we're wincing and panicking also.
Yeah.
then I thought of supine.
Supine.
Yeah, very good one.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Yep.
Is that 6? Another 6?
Yeah, another 6. Yep.
Okie dokie. 26 playing 19. We're going to head to the numbers board.
Well, in the 1970s, before we had the big hair and the big shoulders of the 1980s, the much lamented 1980s, we had the flowing blouses and the tight trousers. I remember Yuki dresses were all the rage. Well, I had lots of costumes for my shows which were quite difficult to get into, especially the pants, which were always skin tight. One night in Preston, sounds like a musical.
song. One night in Preston.
I had the experience of being announced by a tour manager who was the worst for drink. He forgot to check that I was there before putting the band on the stage and starting the show. It's impossible to believe. In fact, I was almost ready, but not quite for the performance. So I heard my name over the public address system in the dressing room. I heard, "Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Barbara Dickson." I couldn't believe my ears, and in a state of absolute nervous collapse, you can understand. I had to run for the stage carrying my stilettos and pulling on my costume and swearing at the top of my voice that I was going to murder the tour manager. The dressing room was also miles from the stage, so that added to the drama. The band were playing around a sequence at the top of the show, and they couldn't understand why I hadn't shown up. But being true professionals, they just kept going until I got there. It was the sort of thing, really, that James Brown would have done, but deliberately. Yeah. But the same tour manager, the same guy, used to, while I was on stage, go to the bar staff at the theatres and say that I might fancy a wee drink in the interval, so could he have a bottle of whiskey for me? Then he'd go and drink it in his dressing room himself. So I bet the staff of the theatre thought, that Barbara Dickson can really hold a drink. When I came on for the second half and the bottle of whiskey was empty.
Right, let's get to the teaser here, which is the words are C. Donates. Both fine, aren't they? What about the corner?
We got donates as well for 7.
We did.
But I think there's another one.
Yes, it's a horrible one, actually, I have to say. It's noyades. Noyades. It's a historical term. It means an execution carried out by drowning.
Well,
From the French, noyade.
We'll move away from that then. Look at the scores, 43 playing 36. What did you make out of those? Not easy.
We got maulers.
Maulers.
You know,
Yeah.
keep your hands off.
Yeah, well, that's
Maulers.
off.
And
marks is also there, MARQUES, which talks about make of car.
Yeah.
Makes of car.
Well, that's excellent. Okie doke. The scores are just a 7 points difference with the guy who's got the Mentos.
Yep, that's both
Excellent.
fine, very good.
Very good. What about a corner then?
I'm getting ready with the pen cam. Prepare to be impressed. We've found a 9. The word is ptomaines, and it's slightly strange because it starts with a P. It's Ptomaines. You can pluralise it, put the S on the end.
Oh, yes.
It's a chemistry term, and it means any of a group of amine compounds of unpleasant taste and odour formed in putrefying animal and vegetable matter.
Well, of course it is. You didn't read that out as if we didn't know.
Use it all the time, don't we?
We use it all. I use it all the time in my cooking.
Radiate.
Yes.
Radiate.
Yeah.
And that's it, right?
That's it. We had a drift as well, but that's
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Score's almost the same here, just the 1 point lead for James as we go over to the numbers board, and it's James who's going to be calling them out to Carol.
I'll have the second row, please.
Thanks, James. So that's 6 small numbers then, yep?
Yep.
Okay.
And you were upstairs or very friendly bunch, as I always say. You know, you were mentioning just now about the guy announcing you off stage and you were upstairs or somewhere. I've learned over the years, if you're going to have someone do an off-stage announcement, go check that mic is on for one thing, and secondly, find out what he may say, or when he's going to try and get something on the guy.
He was supposed to be working for me, though, Des.
Oh, he was working for you?
He was on the tour. He wasn't some guy from the theatre. He was actually on my stuff.
Well, I hope you cut off his bottle of booze, whatever he was
I
getting.
didn't know anything about it till after the tour. I was really pleased that I would strangle them.
Let me tell you what happened to me in Australia. I was in a nightclub.
Oh, dear.
Right, yes, you do learn over the years what to check. Right, here's check. And a corner.
We've got pinions.
Pinions.
We have?
Pinions, yes.
Yep. And we also had poison.
Poison. What's pinions? You were saying we have our pinions on.
Yeah, I was just looking it up, actually.
Pinion is to... Yes, to...
It's part of a bird's wing.
Is
used
it?
in flight, pinion.
Pinions.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you are. Oh, Carol's... Oh, she's doing her... Yeah.
Well, we got an 8.
An 8.
Retooled.
Retooled. Oh.
That's right.
Very good. Nothing to beat that, wouldn't have thought. Eight's fine. 61, our pictures are both correct.
Both fine, yeah.
And you're going to give us what?
Yeah, well, we had another 6. Vacate.
Vacate.
Yeah.
Can't get past 6 though.
No, can't.
Right, 67 for Gary. Young barber there. You know, Willie Russell has been sort of permeating in and out of your career over the years, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Blood Brothers. You didn't even want to do that. You were nervous about doing that. Is that right?
Yeah, John Paul, George, Ringo and Bert was the first one. Then Blood Brothers was the really big one.
Yeah. And it was great.
Yeah.
And it's still running today, isn't it? Lee?
Yes, it is. It's quite changed from when I was originally in it.
How would it change?
Well, the production's a different production. It looks different and it sounds different, but it's basically the same script. The bones of it are the same, really. But it's changed a lot. I mean, the production I was in the end of 1982 over to the end of 1983. So it was a very long time ago.
Yeah, but you know, Willie Russell has done so many good things, but especially Shirley Valentine.
Oh.
Have you ever thought that something you'd like to tackle, Shirley Valentine?
No, I wouldn't want to be in a one-woman show talking for about 2 hours on my own. Say it goes wrong. Oh. So what do you do? Who do you talk to?
Yeah.
Prompt.
Prompt. But
No, I would rather be in a show with other people, Des. You know,
There's
at
a lot
least-
of discipline, doesn't it, one man show?
Yeah, but it was wonderful. The first person I saw do that was Noreen Kershaw in Liverpool. I saw the original production. And I saw Julie Walters do the original Educating Rita in Liverpool as well.
Yeah. Oh, Liverpool gets some good stuff on.
Yeah, it was great.
What about you, Carol? You ever thought about doing acting?
Well, our guest is an award-winning actress whose roles have included that of a poverty-stricken mother, a brothel keeper, and a penniless lottery winner. So as the curtain rises on Dictionary Corner, we're looking for a gritty, realistic performance of a woman desperate to get a 9-letter word. So, alongside our own leading lady, Alison Hurd, please give a huge countdown welcome once again to Barbara Dickson. Give us your most determined look. Go on. Oh.
Is that determined?
No, a bit more determined.
I see, you can't do anything with glasses on, do you? You need to take them off.
Go on
You
then.
can see your eyes.
Right. Oh, she means business. She does mean business.
Right, let's get on to the
Go on.
business. The business of countdown.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What have we got in the corner then?
Well, we got a 7 as well. We got Soviets, as in the socialist republics.
Yeah.
With the small S, with the
I was going to say
small
with the
S.
small S because
Yeah.
we've been there
Yeah.
before, haven't
That's
we?
right.
Yeah.
The Soviet Union would be with a capital S, but in this case, it's with a small S, so it's
So
loud.
we'll let you know.
Yes, we do have
And it's
that
the
one.
colour of our set, a lot of it, isn't it, Maroon? So what have you got in the corner?
Well, we got armour,
We did.
but the only other one was manner. Fine.
Manner.
Yeah.
Okie doke. So the scores here are level pegging. It's level pegging,
Yeah,
maybe.
I think it would be mistook.
Mistook,
It is a
mistake.
bit of a risky one. I'll have a check for you. No, it's not there. I'm sorry.
Okie doke. So Duncan gets the points there and goes into a 7-point lead. What have we got in the corner?
Well, we got an 8. Mardiest.
Oh, yeah,
As
someone...
in yeah.
Isn't that a north... That's this part of
Yeah.
the world, isn't it? Mardi.
Yeah, Mardiest.
Very good. No, that's right.
Very good.
But the thing is, there's no P in there, is there? Sorry, just a silly joke. What have we got in the corner?
We got urinated as well.
Did you really? Well, it must have been a hell of a party.
We got intrude.
Yeah, but
You
no,
got-
urinated was the best
Yeah,
one.
it's the best
That
one,
eight.
yeah.
Intrude, okay. So, well, 11 points there, 31 playing 20. And we say, Barbara, what are you going to tell us today?
Well, when I arrived in Liverpool, this was all to do with Blood Brothers as well. It's a fortuitous introduction today. When I went to rehearse Blood Brothers for the first time, this was at the end of 1982, until I got myself together, I decided to stay in a central city hotel. Well, I was going to be in Liverpool for about 4 months and I would be away from home for Christmas and the New Year. So I decided to go and get some stationery and writing paper for the long haul. These were the days, of course, before email and all the communication we have today. So I set off towards the department store across from the hotel to get my paper and envelopes before going to my day's work as Mrs. Johnson in Blood Brothers. So I bought the stuff, and while I was waiting in the queue politely to pay, a man went by with a Great Dane on a lead. These were the days when you could take a dog into a department store. It seems odd nowadays, but was quite commonplace then. So as the man with the dog went by, a very tiny old lady in front of me uttered one of the best Scousisms I've ever heard, because Scousers are like this. And she looked towards the man, but she didn't really look directly at him. She just kind of half turned her head. She said quite quietly, "You want to get a saddle on the save your legs." And never cracked, you know, the face never cracked. But that's what I love about Liverpool, because once I stopped at the toll booth at the Mersey Tunnel, and I hit the curb with the tyre of my car as I pulled up to pay the man. And the man taking the money, he looked right at me and he said, "Get off me toe, will you?"
Well,
Everybody's a comedian there.
They all have got this. You've got this great sense of fun in Liverpool. You said you were in a supermarket or a store. Do you do your own shopping? Does it bother you? Do you get recognised a lot? Does it worry you?
No, I do my own shopping, yes, of course I do, because I think it's important that one doesn't lose touch with the real world.
But you've never been show busy like Tara, you know, it's not your style.
No, I don't like that. No, I don't like that at all.
Oh, it's great. Good to hear. Right, here's the teaser. The word.
What's it mean, Alison?
It's a female spirit whose wailing warns of a death in the house.
Oh, the banshees.
Spooky one.
Banshees.
A wailing. Why did someone once call themselves Susie?
Susie and the that's where she's gone.
What, the wailing?
Susie Dent.
Oh, that's Susie.
Susie and the Banshees.
She's in the whaling department, isn't she?
Yeah.
Okay, Right, we got in the corner then.
We got coolies.
Coolies.
As in native labourers.
That's
yeah,
right.
in India.
C-O-O-L-I-E-S. 7.
Yeah. And that's it. 7's good, because
7, yeah.
the guys were scratching around for 5s there. It was, you know, a difficult set of letters. Okay,
Fine, lesion.
Okay,
Yeah, no problem with that, yeah.
right, that's 36-31. The game's tightening up, and what do we see in the corner?
Listen.
Yeah, we've got a 7, which is flexion. F-L-E-X-I-O-N. And it is the action of bending, or the condition of being bent.
Oh.
Bending.
Flexion muscles, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, like flexing the muscles.
Bending the arm and...
Exactly,
okay,
flexion of the muscles.
Right, just the 5 points different here, and James has got... Yeah, they're both fine. What have we got in the corner then?
We've actually got an 8, which is pitchier.
Pitchier.
P-I-T-C-H-I-E-R, pitchier.
Which version is that? There's an American version of this, I think.
As in tone and sound. Now, this is more to do with like or as dark as pitch. So it's pitchy. It could be pitchier.
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 Right. Well, the scores are 4. Pantos. Yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
Right. What have we got in the corner?
Well, we got pantos as well, but we got stepson, which is 7.
Excellent. 7. Stepson. Okie doke. 49. The illiterate.
Yeah. Okay, let me have a quick check. I'm not sure if we're going to find it. Okay, litter.
Street litera?
You'd have litter bug, I think, really, wouldn't you? Not littera. Littera is not there.
Ah.
Bad luck, sorry.
Controversial.
It won't change the rules. She's a tough nut. Once she's rules are up,
I
she
get
rules.
I get very strict.
Right, what do you got in the corner?
Well, we have a 7-letter word.
We do.
Which is tiercel, which is a male hawk.
Correct. It's spelt. You can spell it with an I, which brings it up to the 7, which is T-I-E-R-C-E-L.
Or it can be
The male of a
tercel as
hawk.
well.
Yeah, tercel.
Right, 59 playing 37. Duncan, what's your
Emanated.
Emanated.
Yeah.
We're going to look at that.
Let's have a look.
Emanated.
How are you spelling it?
E-M-I-N.
I-N. Yeah, I think it's
A-T-E-D.
E-M-A-N. Emanated, not emanated.
Ah, good
Sorry.
try though, Duncan. Good try. I think you had to do that as well when you're behind. You had to go for it a little bit. What else we got in the corner?
We got an 8.
Ah,
Dementia.
dementia. Right, that's you got
Both fine.
points.
Yep.
Points to you that time, Duncan. So, what does the corner have to offer?
We've got another unword as well. We've got unsafe.
Unsafe.
6, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. 6, is it? Yeah. Any more acting roles? Because we know all about your singing, we know about your records, we know you're going out on a tour and all those things.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just about to do an episode of Doctors for the BBC.
What are you playing in that?
Well, a sort of meaty character. What was it Carol said about me?
What a patient...
Feisty.
Gritty, feisty role. It's quite dramatic. It's quite tough. That's the stuff I like. I don't want to play no coward. I like to play the murderers and the baddies.
Right, I'm going to move on quickly. Well, we'll be playing tomorrow. We'll be playing Countdown tomorrow, won't we, Carol?
Well, I'm going to tell you a little something about our guest in Dictionary Corner because she'd never actually even acted in a school play when she was offered her first stage role in Blood Brothers. And she's so wonderful, she took that role on and went on to win awards for it. How talented is she? So waiting in the wings with Alison Hurd is the one and only Barbara Dickson.
Oh, thank you very much.
Can't believe that. That is quite something to never have acted before and then go and win awards.
It was brave, wasn't
It must have cheesed an awful lot of the other actors. I'll just come in, do my first one and win an award.
Well, I think I was so scared. I think they were quite sorry for me. They thought, what a foolish girl this is, foolish girl. But I managed to pull it off, so it was okay. The rest was history.
It worked a treat. Right, we're you feel happy now, do you? A countdown, ambition fulfilled. What have you got in the corners?
Yes, we had leotards as well, and there's also an anagram of leotards, which is lodestar. Yeah.
Lodestar, right here. Okay, so that's a good start. What was that?
Veranda,
Fantastic.
sorry.
Yep.
Veranda. Oh, yeah. What have we got in the corner then?
Yes, we've got veranda as well.
Veranda. That's it?
Yep.
Okie doke. And it's 15 points. Okay. What have we got in the corner then?
We got a 9.
You did not.
We did.
What is that?
It's malingers.
Malingers.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And there was another 8, smearing.
Smearing. Well,
But malingers was our best one.
malingers. Excellent. That's extraordinary, that stonemason. What would you have 10 there between you? What have we got in the corner?
Oh, you got a 6 and a 7. The 6 is atones,
Atones.
and the 7 is meanest.
Meanest.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, they were good scores for that set of letters. James got the each for them there. As James had... So James got 37, and Madeline, you're feeling better. It's 22 now. You're getting nearer. As for the last time, sadly, this week, we say, what are you going to talk about, Barbara?
Well, in the 1970s days, I used to wear really tight trousers. I mean, they were very fashionable. The really shiny ones were all the rage, but you had to be careful or your legs looked like chipolata sausages. However, I thought I looked rather good in them. My own version of the skin-tight look was a pair in a rather fetching ivory colour, not too shiny, and I wore them with Grecian-style tops. The ensemble was fashionable and not too embarrassing looking back anyway. But at the end of the last song, in the first half of a show in Edinburgh during those days, I walked backwards up the stage with the spotlight on me, holding the mic. The spotlight was getting smaller as the song ended quietly, and it was a dramatic effect. As I sang the last note of the tune, I felt my legs coming up against a sound monitor, which to the audience, it looks like a box on the stage, but we get our sound from it, as you know. So they're a very important part of the set design. However, they're about knee height. Just big enough to see, but not if you're going backwards. So the height was crucial that night in Edinburgh. The edge of the monitor hit me behind my knees and I folded, just sinking into the sunset backwards over the top of the monitor. So I was stuck like a beetle with my high heels sticking out, just visible, unable to move, legs slowly waving. One of the band and the stage manager had to come on in the darkness and lift me up onto my feet, or else I'd still be there. It was very humiliating.
I just got a mental picture of you on your back with your legs up there. It's a good job someone didn't yell out, make a wish.
It was just amazing. I couldn't bend my knees at all, really. The trousers were... How I ever got into them?
You can't. I had that, didn't I, last week?
Oh, yeah.
You didn't see that, though.
It's funny, the sort of things that happen in the business. You just have to get on with it, don't you? Was that at the end of the show or in the middle of the show?
It was just going into the interval.
Yeah.
So fortunately, it went to blackout, and somebody did get me in, up in the darkness. Yeah. It really was funny, though.
Oh, well, never mind. Right. Funny times, moments.
Legs waving about the Diamantes on the end.
We've got a teaser here, and the words are... While you're checking that, we'll ask James for...
It's lesbian.
Right, well, we know that's correct. What about bell size?
Bell size definitely not there, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's a shame.
But lesbian is
definitely
very
there.
good. Yep.
And what have we got in the corner?
Well, we've got an 8.
8.
Sizable.
Sizable. Oh, what a good word. Right, and Barbara's got a big grin on her face. What have you done? You've got 7 or 8.
No, it's not a 7 or 8. It's another 6, but it's quite a good one. It's diaper.
Diaper, or nappies as we call them.
As we normally call them, yeah.
Scores of James 50, Madeline's got 28. And Madeline, will you...
Yep, very good.
What you got there? Anything?
We have an 8.
8?
Periodic.
Periodic, excellent. Good 8. James got 57. And Barbara and Alison in the corner, what can you offer?
We've only got another 6, which is tugged.
Tugged.
Yep.
And that's it. Yeah,
That's it from
They
us.
weren't
Yep.
easy, that set there. 63 playing 40. Pistol both times there. And in the corner, what do you have?
We got a 7.
7.
Topsoil.
Topsoil. Right, well, all the gardeners will know about that, that's for sure. Nothing else? That's enough?
Well, we had tulips as well.
Yeah.
Tulips, right. 76.47 here. That's excellent. And I see that Alison is looking with some
Madly
intent.
looking through the dictionary.
What have you got there?
We have 2 8s that are fairly sure, and one that has just been looked up.
I'm just going to check on, yeah.
Serenity.
Serenity, I love that word.
That's an 8. And another 8, trainees.
Trainees. Right.
Yeah. And
I'm not sure the two go together, trainees and serenity, but okay. What?
and then Alison was looking up.
Yeah, there's a third 8 as well, which is resonate.
Resonate?
Yeah, RESINATE, which means...
I know exactly what it means.
Do you?
No, that's resonate.
No, that's resonate.
Oh,
you see.
resonate.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
This one's a special one. This is resinate, which means to impregnate with the flavour.
Oh, well, I don't know about that, so
Different resonate.
I'll take your word for that one. Right, 76 playing 54.
Good.
Battier than somebody else, aren't
Yep.
you? Right, what's our couple in the corner got?
We got Battier.
She's battier than me.
Who's the,
No, I insist.
who's the Battier?
Yeah, we got Battier too,
Yeah.
but we...
And that's it.
No, nothing else.
Nothing else. Okay, 83. And James, 93 points. He's the winner. Madeline, I'm interested, thank you. I hope you had a good time with us, Barbara.
I've had such fun. It's been just great. Thank you very much, everyone.
Is this your first time?
Yes, I've never been on Countdown before.
Did you think, that's going to be scary or what?
Well, it was scary, but it was good.
You seem to have enjoyed
I've
yourself
had
this
fun. It's been really nice. It's really been fun.
week. And Alison's always got that kind of... You must have been a model sometime, Alison, with that fashion.
Never.
Never?
Not yet.
They missed out. They missed out. Carol, I haven't asked you...
The devil wears a wedding dress.